Good morning and a very warm welcome. You are watching JanataTelevision and this is the English Bulletin with me, Sushant Thakal. The top stories first. Deputy Speaker declines to step down, threatens to initiate process to elect new Speaker. District Court summons doctor to record statement in Mahara case, orders concerned authorities to produce witnesses at court. MCC grant agreement still doubtful of endorsement, leaders of ruling party not yet convinced about the grant purpose. Indian police battle anti-Modi protesters, detain 100 protesters over disputed law. And Real Madrid defeats Atletico on penalties, lifts a Spanish Super Cup title. And now the news in detail. Deputy Speaker Shivamaya Tumbahampe has reiterated her stance that she won't tender her resignation to pave way for electing a new Speaker. The Deputy Speaker has turned down the request of Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli and party co-chairman Pushpakamal Dahal to step down from her post. The chairman duo made the request yesterday after she rejected an earlier decision of the party secretariat demanding her resignation. The Prime Minister had summoned Tumbahampe at his official residence in Balwata to pressurize her to resign in the changed political context after former Speaker Krishna Bahadur Mahara resigned following rape allegations. However, Tumbahampe said she will not tender her resignation until the leaders agree to make her the lower house speaker. She has also warned that she will initiate the process of electing a new speaker on her own if the party does not back her candidacy for the post of the speaker. Besides PM Oli and Dahal, Deputy Prime Minister Ishwar Pokhriyal and Party General Secretary Bishnu Paudel were also present during the meeting. Nepal Communist Party Chairman Pushpakamal Dahal and senior leader Madhav Kumar Nepal held discussions regarding the selection of Speaker of the lower house. NCP has so far failed to decide on a unanimous candidate for the post of Speaker as both the co-chairs of the party have remained headstrong on their respective stance. The selection process has been stalled because both co-chairs have separate plans for the selection process. Chairman Dahal and senior leader Nepal met at Arya Hotel, New Baneshwar for more than 2 hours yesterday evening in an attempt to resolve this issue. Leader Nepal has been acting as a mediator for breaking the ice. The Dahal-Nepal meeting, however, failed to reach any agreement. Chairman Dahal has reportedly not given up on his own stance. The Kathmandu District Court has ordered the concerned authorities to produce before the court the doctor who examined the woman filing attempted rape case against former Speaker Krishna Bahadur Mahara. District Court Judge Ambar Raj Paudel issued the order to record the statement of the doctor. The order issued yesterday has also summoned the lab technicians who examined other evidences from the crime scene, informed Court Registrar Anand Shrestha. The court has also summoned witnesses to the court. A female staffer at the Parliament Secretariat had filed a case against Mahara, accusing him of attempting to rape her in October. She later retracted from her stance and told the court Mahara had not made any such attempts. But the court remanded him in custody until final verdict based on evidences provided by the police. This is a Janata Bulletin. We'll be right back after a short break. Welcome back after the break. We continue with other national news. Leader of the ruling Nepal Communist Party, Lilamani Pokhriyal, has expressed doubts on whether the MCC grant agreement will be endorsed by the parliament or not. Speaking at an interaction program organized by National Awareness Forum yesterday, Leader Pokhriyal said although the MCC grant has provided aid to more than 86 countries, but the suitability of the grant in Nepal's context is still doubtful.
यो नेपाललाई सहायता दिने योग्य छ कि छैन भन्ने कुराको लेजिटिमेसी 2011 मा भयो। इन्डो पेसिफिक सँग छ कि छैन सम्बन्धित यो हिन्द प्रशान्त रणनीतिसँग एमसीसी छ कि छैन भन्ने कुराहरुको हामीले निर्णय गर्ने होइन।
The nations that chose to disprove MCC grant have negative perspective regarding the project, leader Pokhrel added.
श्रीलङ्कामा एग्रिमेन्ट गरेको थियो, 17 मै एग्रिमेन्ट गरेको हो, अनि ऊ चाहिँ यसलाई लागू गर्ने कि नगर्ने भनेर ऊ अहिले सस्पेन्ड गरेको छ र एउटा प्रोफेसरको लिडरशिपमा अध्ययन टोली बनायो, त्यसले जे फाइन्डिङ गर्छ त्यही अनुसार गर्ने भनेर श्रीलङ्काको सरकारले कतिपय मुलुकमा यो लागू गरेकोमा त्यसको इम्प्याक्ट नेगेटिभ इम्प्याक्ट हुन्छ।
Some of the leaders from the ruling Nepal Communist Party have expressed concerns regarding the MCC grant, arguing that the project is an instrument to endorse the Indo-Pacific strategy to weaken China, leader Pokhrel informed. The Province 3 has been named as Bagmati Province with its headquarters confirmed as Hetauda. The meeting of the Provincial Assembly yesterday made its final decision on the name and headquarters of Province 3. The name of the province was endorsed unanimously as there were no other nominations except for Bagmati. Parliamentary Party leader for Nepali Congress, Indra Bania, had proposed the name as it was seconded by NCP's chief whip, Rameswar Fuyal, Viveksil Sajaz, Ramesh Paudel and Sobha Sakhya, Rashtriya Prajatantra Party's Reena Maji and RPP Unified's Reena Gurung. All 108 votes were cast in favor of the decision. The decision to confirm the headquarters as Hetauda also received majority votes. The proposal, registered by Chief Minister Dormani Paudel, was seconded by Congress's Bania, RPP's Maji and RPP Unified's Gurung. There were 104 votes for the proposal and 3 votes were against it. 3 lawmakers of Viveksil Saja Party had voted for Dhulikhel as the headquarters of the Province 3, but the House voted for Hetauda. The House of Representatives meeting scheduled for yesterday has been postponed until January 20. The Parliament Secretariat has called the lower house meeting at 1 p.m. yesterday, but the Secretariat posted a notice stating that the meeting has been postponed until January 20. The earlier meeting called for January 1 had also been postponed in a similar manner. The lower house meeting has been cancelled time and again since December 27 due to the failure in selecting the candidate for the new speaker. The House meeting has been deferred as the ruling Nepal Communist Party has not been able to finalize the candidate for the post of the Speaker. And now the news from the economic front. The government has said extraction of iron ore from its ore in Nawalparasi will be initiated soon as the required infrastructure is in the final stages of construction. Ministry of Industry, Commerce and Supplies informed that the iron ore of Dhauwadi of Nawalparasi is in the final stages of completion. The Secretary of the Department of Industry, Yam Kumari Khatioda, said the initial quality check of the extracted metal has seen promising results and the operation modality of the ore has also been decided. She further informed that the plant will focus primarily on iron extraction and processing.
परासीको धौवादी भन्ने ठाउँमा चाहिँ फलामको डिपोजिट देखिएको छ र यसलाई चाहिँ उत्खनन गर्ने हामी अहिले प्रयासमा छौं। यसको गुणस्तर सम्बन्धी विषय को चाहिँ सफल परीक्षण भइसकेको छ र त्यहाँ चाहिँ डिपोजिट पनि पर्याप्त मात्रामा छ भन्ने पनि आइसकेको र त्यसको नमुना चाहिँ सफलताका साथ परीक्षण भइसकेको सन्दर्भमा अहिले त्यसको चाहिँ औद्योगिक परीक्षण चाहिँ चाइनामा भइराखेको छ।
Secretary Khatioda further informed that the recent discovery of petroleum mine in Doi Lake will also be explored further for extraction with the help of Chinese experts. The ministry also informed that the other sites in Surkhet and Tansen are also being explored for petroleum extraction. Time for a short break here at a Janata Bulletin. Stay tuned for international news. Welcome back, and now the international news. Indian police baton charged protesters yesterday to stop them reaching Prime Minister Narendra Modi's car as nationwide protests against a bitterly disputed citizenship law entered a second month, AFP reported. According to the French news agency, tens of thousands staged a protest in the eastern city of Kolkata to denounce Modi's weekend visit to the capital of West Bengal state. Police said they were forced to act after protesters tried to storm past barricades to stop Modi's vehicle outside a stadium where the leader again defended the law and insisted that the demonstrators were misguided. Nearly 2,000 protesters gathered outside chanting "Fascist Modi, go back" before the showdown between protesters and the police. More than 100 protesters were detained, AFP said, referring to a police official. Many among India's 200 million Muslims fear the law is a precursor to a national register of citizens that could leave them stateless in the country of 1.3 billion. Many poor Indians do not have documents to prove their nationality. A volcano near the Philippine capital Manila spewed a massive cloud of ash into the sky yesterday, forcing precautionary evacuations of thousands of residents, AFP quoted local authorities as saying. According to AFP, seismologists recorded magma moving towards the crater of Taal, one of the country's most active volcanoes, located 65 kilometers south of Manila. That increases the chances of an eruption that could happen within days to weeks if such activity continues, Renato Solidium, chief of the Philippine Institute of Volcanology and Seismology, told AFP. Taal's last eruption was in 1977, he added. A kilometer-high column of ash was visible and several volcanic tremors were felt within the vicinity of the volcano, which is popular among tourists for its scenic view. The local disaster office said it had evacuated over 2,000 residents living in the volcanic island, which lies inside a bigger lake formed by previous volcanic activity. Earthquakes and volcanic activity are not uncommon in the Philippines due to its position on the Pacific Ring of Fire, where tectonic plates collide deep below the Earth's surface. You are watching a Janata Bulletin, and now the latest from the world of sports. Long-standing club captain and Spanish veteran Sergio Ramos scored the decisive spot kick as Real Madrid beat Atletico Madrid 4-1 on penalties to win the Spanish Super Cup. The game remained goalless in the regular 90 minutes and was in a stalemate throughout the extra time of 30 minutes as the match went down to penalties. Real Madrid had, however, ended the game with 10 men after Federico Valverde was sent off in extra time for fouling Alvaro Morata. The game was played in King Abdullah Sports City Stadium in Jeddah. The tournament had a new format this season with the top two from La Liga and the Copa del Rey finalists playing in a 4-team competition rather than the two winners playing each other. Real, despite finishing third in La Liga, qualified because Barcelona won the league and finished runners-up in the cup. Portuguese motorbike rider Paulo Gonçalves has died after a crash during yesterday's Dakar Rally 7th stage, organizers announced. According to AFP, the 40-year-old suffered the fatal accident after 276 kilometers of the day's ride from Riyadh to Wadi al-Dawsir. The organizers received an alert at 10:08 local time and dispatched a medical helicopter that reached the biker at 10:16 and found him unconscious after going into cardiac arrest, a statement on the rally's official website reported. Following resuscitation efforts, the competitor was taken by helicopter to Laila Hospital, where he was sadly pronounced dead, the statement added. He was the 25th Dakar fatality since the inaugural edition of the grueling motorsport marathon in 1979 and the first since Polish rider Michael Hernick was killed in 2015 in Argentina. Argentine striker Sergio Aguero scored a hat-trick to help lift Manchester City to second in the Premier League table as they defeated Aston Villa by 6-1. The champions started the match brightly as they scored 4 first-half goals, with Riyad Mahrez scoring 2 goals. However, Aguero came into the fore as he scored his 12th career hat-trick in the English Premier League. The 3 goals also pushed him past the French Thierry Henry and made him the highest overseas goal scorer in the history of the Premier League. He is now on 177 goals, level with the former player and current coach of the Premier League rivals Chelsea, Frank Lampard. His record 12 hat-trick is also the highest in the Premier League era. The win takes his side Manchester City 2 points ahead of Leicester City, who are on 45 points. We are at the end of Janata Bulletin and the headlines once again. Deputy Speaker declines to step down, threatens to initiate process to elect new Speaker. District Court summons doctor to record statement in Mohara case, orders concerned authorities to produce witnesses at court. MCC grant agreement still doubtful of endorsement, leaders of ruling party not yet convinced about the grant purpose. Indian police battle anti-Modi protesters, detain 100 protesters over disputed law. And Real Madrid defeats Atletico on penalties, lifts Spanish Super Cup title. And that's all from the English News Desk for today. You can follow Janata Television and our programs on various social media platforms, including on our website janatasamachar.com. Keep watching Janata Television. Namaste.